TeamPokeColors family, welcome back to the channel. Today, I have some issues that I'm going to lay on the table with the newest release of the Pokemon Black Bolt and White Flare sets. So if you want to hear me rant for a little bit, stick around. And I will say that we are not going to be opening up the ETBs because you guys didn't hit the like goal. We are at 41 after over 850 views, only 41 people liked, so I guess you guys really don't want me to open those ETBs, so I'm gonna keep them sealed for the time being. Maybe we'll open them up both when we hit 10k subs on the channel or something fun like that. But before we get started, guys, do me a favor, hit the subscribe if you're new, turn on notifications if you're not new, and leave a like on this video if you enjoy this type of content. Let's get right into today's video. So I spent the better half of yesterday afternoon going through, adding all the cards to my White Flare binder for the White Flare set, and the Black Bolt cards to the Black Bolt binder for my Black Bolt set. And I am a person who likes to master set these sets. Don't ask me why. I just figured, you know, Scarlet Violet would be overall an easy set, just, you know, easy era to master because they're giving you reverse hollows in every single pack, more so like 2 reverse hollows. And I actually have 4 sets mastered. I have Scarlet Violet base set, Paldea Evolved, Obsidian Flames, and 151. I have all 4 of those sets mastered in their entirety, not including, you know, all the promos, but I don't consider those part of the master set. And once Pokemon kind of started picking up, I realized that, like, holy crap, this is going to be hard to master all these sets. So one thing that really annoys me about these binders is that there's not enough space in these binders that they give you to have a master set. You could do a complete set if you wanted, because the set is really small, only up to 86 for Black Bolt, and White Flares around that as well. But I'm a master set collector, and by having them include the reverse hollow variant, the Pokeball reverse hollow variant, and the Master Ball reverse hollow variant for all the Pokemon, that drastically increases the size of the master set. And I want to say that if you go for a Black Bolt White Flare complete master set, both sets complete and mastered, I want to say you're in the 800 range or something ridiculous like that. That's assuming I get my hands on all the illustration rares, the special illustration rares, the full arts, all that stuff. Not to mention all the Master Balls, Pokeball reverses for all the Pokemon, and even the trainers have Pokeball reverse variants. So we're looking at 3 cards of 1 trainer type for this binder. And they don't give you enough pages, which really upsets me because I really would like to use these binders. So I kind of just have my hits, like my illustration rares, sitting outside of these binders, and I just don't know what to do with them for now. So it's like, do I need a 3rd binder for all of the illustration rares and full arts and stuff if I want to track that? Ideally, there's a binder that's 800 or that holds 800 plus cards. I don't know if the Vault X ones do or not. They might, but again, master set collecting is tough. And that brings me to today's point in today's video, where I don't know if I want to continue master setting sets or not. Like, part of me wants to because I've already started down this journey. I have 4 of the, you know, however many sets complete. But at the same time, that's a lot of dollars, man. Like, that's a lot of forfeiting packs to rip in order to buy reverse hollows, base level EXs for some sets that I don't even have cards for. So I just kind of want to see what your thoughts are on that, because I love master setting sets. It's just not super easy right now because of a lot of the different market manipulation type stuff. And like, obviously Prismatic Evolutions is completely off the table. You know, no chance I'm going to master that set. So like, it's like, you know, for me, I don't know that I want to continue down this path, but I also have so many binders for all these other sets that I have started to master or at least complete. I'm a huge vintage guy, and I just picked up a ton of first editions this past weekend from my local card shop. They were all at like $1 a piece, and it's like thinking about having a complete master, well, it's not really a master set. There's no reverse hollows in like Gym Challenge, for example. But having a complete binder of Gym Challenge, Unlimited, and First Edition in one binder, I think would be sick. I think that'd be so awesome. And I kind of have a binder for my First Editions right now. And that, to me, I think would be more gratifying as a collector than, say, for example, having a master set of Black Bolt or White Flare. Granted, long term, you know, there's a lot of sets out there I want to complete master of, and a lot of them are EX era, but it's just not sustainable for the current, you know, Scarlet Violet era. And then we have Mega Evolution coming out soon, so it's like, what the heck am I gonna do about that? Because they also still have, you know, 2 reverse holo slots in the packs for Mega Evolution, so they kind of suckered me in with Scarlet Violet base by having 2 reverse holos, and now I'm having to deal with this dilemma that I'm in where it's not sustainable long term. And you might be saying, oh, just go for the illustration rares, just go for the special IRs, you know, and I could do that. But for a set like Destined Rivals, where you have Rocket's Pokemon or Journey Together with Trainers Pokemon, like those commons and uncommons, looking back to the old school EX era, like I love those, you know, commons and uncommons, and having all of those in a binder is just super cool to me. So personally, I'm a huge fan of a lot of the base EXs you get, like the Terra Pokemon, for example. You know, they just stick out to me, and it you know, reminds me of collecting cards as a kid. Like I would, you know, get those EX reverses that I still love today, but those are just reverse holos with a little set stamp on them. They're not like the special gold stars. They're not the EX hits from those days. They weren't even considered full holos. They're reverse holos technically. So like, you know, part of me is like, oh man, I gotta capture those in a binder. And you know, Pokemon's gracious enough to give out a couple binders in their products, but they don't even have enough slots for the true diehards like myself that want to go for a master set, or at least just put the cards towards a master set. Like, that's the best part I think I'm trying to get at about doing a master set. And if you do that, let me know if you're a master set collector. I'd love to know how many of us there are out there. But for me, like, you don't have to master a set before the newest set comes out. Like, looking at Surging Sparks, a lot of the illustration rares have completely tanked in price, so I'm going back, looking at that set, looking at Journey Together, Shrouded Fables, you know, these sets that were kind of overlooked when they came out. Not Surging Sparks, but some of these other undesirable sets compared to what's out there now. And I'm actually picking up some decent scoops. Like, I bought the Alolan Executor Special Illustration Rare for my local card shop this weekend for like $34, and that guy, when it released, I think was in the high 80s to 90s, so I saved $60 that I could literally put that money towards other master sets that I have and buy reverses, commons, uncommons. Ace specs are another good one. There's a lot of those in the earlier sets, or mid-area sets for Scarlet Violet in its era. And yeah, it's just trying to prioritize where I focus my collection efforts has been somewhat of a challenge, because I don't want to give up master set collecting. So I'm curious to know your thoughts. I know this video is kind of all over the place, which is kind of what happens when I do one of these sit downs with you, but I just want to know your thoughts about how I should try to proceed collecting master sets. Should I focus on the newer sets with, you know, Scarlet Violet era? Should I just go for broke and try to go back to the earlier Scarlet Violet sets that I don't have mastered yet, like Paradox Rift, Temporal Forces, and then just work my way up in terms of what came out in release order? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Would love to hear what you had to say if you're a master set collector, or if you've seen master sets, how your approach is to doing those in today's current market, because there's a lot of different stuff going on out there, obviously, and you know, prices shift so much daily that it's really hard to focus on when's a good time to buy this specific card. But at least if you have the master set like myself for those 4 I previously mentioned, I don't have to worry about opening product from those sets. I don't have to worry about getting those cards as they get market inflated. You know, like I got the Magikarp from someone on Twitter a couple years ago when it was like an $80 card, and I got probably a light played version of one for probably $60. So super glad to have that in my binder. But again, I don't, you know, I'm not going to grade it. It's off center. It's whatever. But it's still part of the master set, and I have it complete. So yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say for today's video. And let me know what you guys think about the master set journey. And would you want to see more updates on my master set binders? I haven't done a video on any of them in a long time. Some of them are closer than I thought that they were initially after going through them, but I still need to figure out how to prioritize which master set to go for in that regard. So let me leave a comment. Let me know, would you want to see that type of video? Yeah, I think that's all I got for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Sorry you didn't hit the like goal. No opening today, but it is what it is. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.